Hello and welcome to Something for the Weekend with me, Fiona Scott.
Me, Kathy Griffith.
Me, Ellis Butcher.
And me, Stephen Day.
I was just... wait to be introduced, Stevie.
Oh.
Hold on.
I'm just so desperate. I was just getting into the swing of things.
No, you're too keen.
I'm too keen.
He's obviously got lots happening this weekend and he can't wait to tell us about it.
I just can't wait. Just
Lucky
can't
you,
wait.
Stevie. Lucky you.
So, joining us as always from the broom cupboard on the 14th floor of the OT building is our legendary IT guru, Stephen Day. Good morning, Stevie.
Good morning, and if only it was the 14th floor.
Okay, here we are, approaching week 7 of lockdown. Week 7 that was. I think it's flying by, but how's everybody else bearing up?
Do you want the truth?
Yes. Be honest,
what?
Kathy.
Do you know what? This was the first week where things weren't quite as sort of swimming as they had been. And I don't know whether it's because it was my birthday and I was probably just feeling a little bit sorry for myself.
Oh.
So, so I think that was part of it, and missing family, like loads of other people around, around the place. It's hard when you can't be sort of, with your loved ones. But, that's where we are and, things will get better. So I'm back to being positive. So my plans for this weekend are to totally pamper myself.
How are you going to do that, Kathy?
I'm going to have a spa weekend, Fiona.
with that tea you were drinking, are you going to bathe in that tea you were drinking the other day? Because that looked like spa water.
Did it? Well, I thought it looked like red wine, but actually it was berry tea. It was red berry tea. So, So that's it. Spa weekend. I've got quite a few bottles of lotions and potions and all kinds of things. So I'm just going to really look after myself this weekend and just Ellis.
You're not broadcasting it live on Facebook, are you, by any chance?
No, I won't be. No, I won't
Good.
be. Here's how I make my own face mask. I've got some porridge oats that have been hanging around at the back of the cupboard for a while. I've got some solidified runny honey and maybe something else to make some kind of defoliation face mask. How does that sound?
Hey, Kathy, when you're done with that, you could make a flapjack with the leftovers.
Well, I did make flapjack last weekend because I decided to have my birthday early last weekend in the anticipation of great things to come. So I made the flapjack. The teeth survived. However, the coffee cake, that was a bit dodgy because the butter icing in the middle was made from the icing sugar also lurking at the back of the cupboard that was rather hard and lumpy. So there was like chunks of icing sugar in the buttercream. But
you're not selling it.
Just for the men listening, can I just clarify what's taking place here? So you're going to cover your face in porridge and honey?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, and see what...
Whatever you do, don't go outside because you do realise it's bee season, don't you?
Oh, be swarming around me.
Can't wait to see next week's photograph. Kathy's face twice the size as it usually is with bee stings.
I'll even slap on a couple of slices of cucumber over the eyes. And tea bags are supposed to be good for baggy eyes as well. So I'm going to sort of do a bit of homework on cupboard beauty therapies and treatments and see what I can come up with. So that's my plan. I'm going to have a pamper spa weekend at home.
Kathy, could I just say that just if you're using the tea bags, just make sure they're cold.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to burden the NHS if I come out in any strange rashes.
Yeah, don't be putting them in the microwave because we know that you can't work
I won't. No, I'm going to be kind to myself. And everybody else out there, we all need to take the same message. Let's all just be really kind to ourselves this weekend.
We'll do that, Kathy. Good advice. Ellis, what are you up to?
Do you know what? The weather forecast for this weekend is just astonishingly brilliant. I don't know if
Really?
Yeah. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I think it lasts the good weather. Big bright suns on. Yeah.
Good weather forecast.
It's going to be. Obviously, we can't go too far, can we? I think you've got to respect the restrictions. It seemed this week like people are starting to move around a lot more and get out and about and maybe take the foot off the gas with the restrictions. And I find that really quite difficult. I've been very good at staying where I am. But it could be the weekend that I go and do an hour at a nice beach, maybe.
With music.
Oh.
Now what's going on?
I'm sorry, that was Malcolm's phone.
Malcolm.
You're speaking to Malcolm Scott again.
He wants to be guest. He wants to be a guest on our show, everybody.
His weekend's probably far more interesting than mine, to be honest. So
What's
I'm more than
Malcolm
happy
doing?
to hand over to Malcolm.
I'll tell you, because this is the second this morning, and it's a wrong number, but he's got to know the guy so well. I think he's actually chatting to him now. So.
Oh, new friend.
Isolation
friend.
is a strange thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you ask him to give me a ring as well this weekend?
Oh, I'll do that, Ellis.
Probably the listeners don't know that I have only been up in the area since early March, and I'm staying. I don't have my own place yet, so of course, unlike the three of you, Kathy and Fiona and Stevie, I don't have a kind of, I came up in a car with a case of belongings, really. So it's not like I've properly established myself up here yet. So that's perhaps why I'm finding the lockdown a little bit more difficult than most, because
you sound
Do you want me
like...
to get my fiddle out?
No, violin. The violins.
Hang on. I do actually have a mandolin here. Hang on.
Oh, that's right. You...
Oh my!
I'm still learning, but there you go. That was the nearest to a fiddle I could find at hand.
I was going to say the lessons are going very well, obviously, aren't they? This home schooling for...
Kathy, can I make a suggestion about what you should be doing with your lockdown weekend?
Steady
Let
on.
me guess. What would that be? I have got a manual somewhere. Maybe I'll pick it up.
Oh, dearie me. So that's another thing to put on our list, and we'll all phone Ellis this weekend.
Yeah, you've got to give me a bell. But I think everyone is finding... I think, what is it? Are we 6 or 7 weeks in? I've lost count.
We're approaching 7. It's 7 on Monday.
So really, we're getting to the neck end of sort of 2 months, aren't we?
Yeah.
But I think we do have to be vigilant, and we do have to respect the rules. And that's important to me, really, that you don't put yourself or anyone else at risk. Because it's not the time to be sort of thinking, oh, well, I'm a bit bored, so I will go and do that unnecessary journey. You just got to get through it, And
Definitely. And one thing that has helped me, and I mention it every week, but it's just getting more and more hilarious, is family quiz night.
Is it Malcolm?
He's hilarious, and he joins in. It's family quiz night, and if you can do this, do it, because it is amazing. Just make it just family. If you want to do another one with your friends the next again night, I mind your P's and Q's quiz, that's fine. But the family ones, you can say what you want, do what you want, because they all know you. And it's just, it is absolutely hilarious. And to be honest, I've never seen my brother as much than I have during lockdown, because not for any reason apart from we just drift away from people. We're too busy. So it goes down to family funerals, weddings, Christmas. That's the only time you see people. So I'm seeing my brother every Friday night just now, and we're having a great laugh. And hopefully we can keep this up once lockdown is over. It's really good. So.
Well, we did the family birthday quiz last weekend. Remember, I was talking about...
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Freakily, I looked so much like my ex-husband. By the time I dressed up at him with this big sort of fur collar thing round my face and a woolly hat and an empty bottle filled up with tea that looked like whiskey, that I really freaked myself out, and I think I freaked him out. But he'd actually dressed up as some kind of dolphin underwater creature thing. So, yeah, a bit of a weird one.
To remind all our listeners, Kathy and her ex-husband were dressing up as one another, so that's why her ex-husband was wearing a dolphin fin. With
all the other family there, it wasn't just me and my ex-husband. I don't want to give you all ideas. That's good, and you're right. Just having that family time, even though it's like on social media, and you're not actually there to sort of give people hugs. It's still great to see everyone's faces if you're lucky enough to be able to do that. So, yeah, if you haven't already tried it, you should give it a go.
It's certainly good fun. So, that's tonight taken care of. And then tomorrow, Saturday, I'm popping down to Englandshire for the evening. I'm popping down to Englandshire, virtually, of course. I'm going to join Colin McIntyre, aka Mull Historical Society, who's inviting people to join him in his garden shed for an evening of reading and music. Colin will be hosting Lockdown Live from his Calgary cabin, he calls it, at 8 p.m. And through the wonders of modern technology and a little help from Stevie on the 14th floor, here's Colin himself to tell us all about it.
Hello everyone, this is Colin McIntyre, sometimes known as Mull Historical Society. I hope everybody is safe and well during this time. I'm very pleased to contribute to the Oban Times, the mighty Oban Times, something for the weekend. With that in mind, this weekend, Saturday, May the 2nd, I'll be doing a Mull Historical Society Lockdown Live show at 8 p.m. So this Saturday, 8 p.m. MHS has always kind of been about community, really, for me, or building communities, probably because I come from Mull, small community, school in Oban, so I suppose my family are from generally the kind of Tinault area as well originally. So with all that in mind, I thought it'd be quite nice to come together with my music community as well to play a few songs and a few tunes, and also I'll do a little bit of book reading from one of from my Letters of Ivor Punch novel. So if you'd like to join me, pour something cold or warm, and it's a free event. It's on facebook.com/Mull Historical. So facebook.com/Mull Historical, and that's Saturday the 2nd at 8 p.m. So I'll be live on Facebook. It's a free event. If anyone would like to donate anything, then it's MHS for the NHS. It's really a little gig to acknowledge the great work being done on the frontline NH workers across Argyll and beyond. And so there's a Facebook Just Giving page that can be used for any donations that will go straight to the NHS. And those links are on the Mull Historical Society website or on the Mull Historical Facebook page. So I hope to see some of you there, and that you will enjoy the bank holiday weekend. And if you want to come and join me, I'll be doing things like this. Reach out your hands, where it lies is where it lands. Take home the final arrears. It's the final arrears. And join all the hands, take a photograph, and smile before the final arrears. It's the final arrears, and I've used all my tears. Keep well, everyone, and stay safe. Cheers.
Oh, wasn't that just wonderful? Great to hear from Colin there.
I thought Kathy was going to join in with Amanda, but she didn't.
I am so glad that Kathy didn't join in there.
I was tempted. Thought, no, let the man have his hour.
Can I just say that I also muted everyone's microphones just in case they wanted to join in?
Oh, thank you, Stevie. Thank you.
You've got the power to mute us now as well.
Oh, yes.
Bloody yippies. Like Big Brother, this.
I should also say that you know, we when we record this,
we've just woken up in George Orwell's 1984, haven't we? Let's be honest about it.
It's a bit more than that, because when we record this, in order to conserve bandwidth, we turn our video cameras off so we can't see each other. But I could still see Kathy for some reason, and she was bopping along to that.
She's not got porridge on her face, has she?
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly comment.
Oh, no, that was
Make sure that porridge isn't hot, by the way.
I won't. It'll be cold. Oh, maybe it'll have to be. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to do my homework on that. Maybe it needs to be a bit warm just to pass on its beneficial qualities.
Just don't be scaring the neighbours.
What neighbours?
So, Stevie, while you're still there, before you climb all the 14 floors down to base camp again, what are you up to this weekend?
Well, this is, again, it's not necessarily a list of what I'm up to, but I thought I'll make a list of things that people could do. So, Saturday the 2nd of May, Isolation for a Dance Nation with local lads Mark Gowdy from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and DJ Stevo from 9 p.m. till 10 p.m. streaming live DJ sets. Now, Stevo very kindly did a wee press release for me. A selection of Oban DJs have gotten together to stream live DJ sets on Facebook Live during the lockdown, realising how tough it is for people to be staying in their houses, especially at the weekends. They thought that this would be a great way to help keep folk entertained. The first event took place last weekend and gained over 1,000 views and received great feedback. And this weekend we'll see the twosome take to the decks again, with Mark playing classics from his Mondo residency days, and Stevo will keep you entertained with a mix of classic charts and dance tunes. So stay at home, stay safe, and tune in this Saturday from 8 p.m. on Facebook Live. Now, if you're interested in looking at this, just go to bit.ly/ifadn. You up for that, Kathy?
Well, I do like a bit of a jig, actually, and I am a bit of a dancer. I could do with a good rave right now, by the way.
Right, and I've got something even more serious, because we all like our theatre, don't we?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, streaming right now from the National Theatre is Frankenstein. So that's from the 30th of April for 7 days. It was filmed live in 2011 from the stage of the National Theatre in London and stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Johnny Lee Miller in the classic tale.
Benedict, what's it?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's the one. Anyway, I like him.
Well, it's directed by Danny Boyle and written by Nick Dear. Now, there's two versions of this play because legend tells us that these two lead actors used to flip a coin to decide who was playing each night, the creature, and who played Frankenstein. So we get to watch Benedict Cumberbatch play the creature one night and Johnny Lee Miller playing it the next. So I watched this last night. It is fantastic. If you are watching it, the first 5 to 8 minutes you might be thinking, nah, I'll maybe go and put porridge on my face. But bear with it because it really, really is worth it. The age recommendation is 12 and upwards, and there's been a few cuts for YouTube because it gets a bit icky in places, but well worth watching. Would you like to hear a trailer for Frankenstein?
Yes.
I too wish to penetrate nature, to lay bare her deepest mysteries. So I studied mathematics. I experimented with galvanism.
What's that?
You induce spasms in inanimate flesh using the current from a chloride battery.
Great!
The zinc plates laid on a solution of ammonium chloride and Ceylon moss. And
How thrilling!
And as I watched the current arc between bismuth and antimony, I found myself asking, where does the principle of life, the spark of life itself, where does it come from?
It comes from God.
Yes, but only from God?
I don't know.
Can a man be a god?
I don't know.
Well, I had to find out. So off to the graveyard I went.
Oh, Victor, yuck.
I watched the flesh rot in the soil. I watched worms eat eyes, maggots chew the tissue of the brain. I went to executions and charnel houses. I studied the moment of change from life to death, the specificity of the moment, the annihilation of the spark, until suddenly, months later, in this fever of creativity, I found that I could identify and replicate the prime cause of life.
What is it?
Can't tell you that, Will. You're only little.
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. I have travelled where no man has travelled. I wonder how far I can go. I can create people, Will. Living people. And look at me. I breathe the breath of God.
Well, there you go. What do you think?
Oh, I've got goosebumps, Steve.
Wow.
He sounds massively in need of one of Kathy's spa days, I would say.
I'm going to listen to that again because I'm in need of a fever of creativity.
Do you want my last recommendation, then I'll stop talking?
Go on then, Stevie. Go on then.
You're the engine room of this podcast, mate. So you fire away.
Right, we know it's the weekend. I think we've all established that. But did you know it's a bank holiday? Either Friday or Monday or both, depending.
I didn't know.
Well, there you go. But it's also May the 4th. So it is Star Wars Day on Monday. Do you know about Star Wars Day?
No.
How could we not? How could we not know about
Well,
flipping Star Wars Day?
May the 4th be with you. It's a pun, you see. Now, traditionally, Star Wars fans do something on Star Wars Day, and some of them watch the entire saga of movies. All of them in one day, okay? But you've got to be careful because you might watch them in the order they were released, which is 4, 5, and 6, and then go and watch 1, 2, and 3, and then 7, 8, and 9, or watch them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, or add in the specials such as Rogue One or Solo. But if you do that, it's going to take you 22 hours and 40 minutes to do the Star Wars Day. So, Ellis, is that your Monday sorted out?
If I spent 22 hours watching TV, it would probably undo all the work that I've achieved with my single dumbbell exercises. So I may just give that one a swerve. I might watch Star Wars. I quite like the first one. I quite liked Return of the Jedi, and then after that, I kind of The Empire Strikes Back. But I didn't get into the new ones. I'm just not good when they try to sort of resell the same idea. I lose interest. I'm terrible for it. I wish I was different. But once they start repackaging it and renaming it and putting new people in it, and that's it. I zone out then.
But the other option for Star Wars Day is to just totally ignore it. So
that's what I'm gonna.
That one.
That's what I'm gonna do, because if I had to watch a day of Star Wars, I'd be sticking porridge in my eyes, in my ears, everywhere. So, here at the Oban Times, we're always happy to hear from you. So stay in touch, tell us your stories, and share those photographs. You can contact us by calling 01631 568 000 or by emailing editor@obantimes.co.uk or message us on Facebook. During the COVID crisis, you can read all our stories for free online or pick up a copy of the OT from supermarkets, newsagents and petrol stations. To get the page-turning digital edition of the Oban Times, subscribe now and get 3 months for the discounted price of just £4.80. So that's all we have for this week. We hope we have given you something to think about for over the weekend, but most importantly, stay safe, stay home and protect the NHS. To play us out this week, I think we'll have another bit of Colin McIntyre, a wee taste of what's going to be on Saturday night. In the meantime, goodbye from me, Fiona Scott.
Bye from me, Kathy Griffith.
Watching Yoda, I will be.
That must be Ellis.
That'll be goodbye from him, Ellis Butcher.
And goodbye from me, Stephen Day, as I descend the stairs.
Used all my